radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network.
All right. Well. Fade to Black. How you doing? How you doing? Today's Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. How you doing? All right, we're back. I'm back from the 2025 Conscious Life Expo. We didn't have a show last Thursday. I left on Thursday for the conference at the LAX Hilton and worked all the way through last night. I got off the stage at 10 p.m. and promptly called the bellman. Had him get up to my room, grab my stuff, packed up the car, was probably out of there about 11, and finally by 11, and then home 12:15 in the morning, hit the hay immediately. Felt good to be home, but I already missed the Conscious Life Expo and the people there. But anyway, so this morning, I haven't had a day off in quite a while. But immediately this morning, we got another week here on Fade to Black and everything else to do and get caught up on. So hit the ground running this morning, got the news in today, and here we are tonight. And that's it. It's just, let's do this, man. Very excited. Very excited. So what we're doing tonight, we do this every single year. I've done this for probably 10 years in a row, which is first day back from the show, Conscious Life Expo Recap Special. I pretty much do that with every event or every tour that I do, but that's what we're going to do tonight. I've got lots of images, lots of video, some crazy video. There are some kids in the room. You might want to think about that, but that's going on, and lots of stories and lots of fun. Okay, so that's what we're going to do tonight. So some of this stuff was posted up on social media, of course. What I did here tonight, the same thing I do every recap special. I just pull everything off of my phone in order, pop it up, no filters, no crops, no fixing, no nothing, straight off my phone, straight to here. Okay. All right. And that makes it more fun. And also because everything is done in chronological order, right? Everything is there. You get the show in order. You get it in the way that I walked through it and did it and saw people in order because that's the way it's done, right? And it also helps me keep a flow because it's done that way. And some of the stuff will pop up out of order tonight. And those will be just a few images that people sent me, and then it just popped into my camera roll. But I don't have time to go through 350, 400 photographs and images and videos and try to accurately place them in the right timeline. So if they pop up, I'll tell you what's going on. Okay. Yeah. So, Jimmy, you've been gone for 6 days. Do you remember how to do the show? I do. Help support the show right now. All of the work that we do around here with the news and the show and Christina and everything else that we do. Get a Fade to Black T-shirt, and you can do that by ordering a T-shirt or getting a Game Changer membership, right? Both are going to get you a T-shirt, right? Both are going to be autographed, and both include shipping. If you just order a T-shirt, which is really cool, order both because we have 2 shirts. That's right. And we have 2 ways to get them. The links are below. All right. This week on Fade to Black, last night we were off air and we were still at CLE 2025, but tonight is our recap special. Tomorrow night, Maureen St. Germain is back with us, and she's going to tell us how to shift your vibration. And then Thursday night, Valentine's special with Lori Majka. And this is going to be a great show because love never dies. It does not. Right? Okay, so that is Thursday night. I am doing everything that I can to get to Friday. Yeah, I need some time off. And I was talking about this earlier today. Having some time off just sounds so good, right? Just sounds so good. And riding my Harley. And I got the news today. Yep. Tomorrow, the biggest storm so far this season. We've only had a few, but will be the biggest. And we're expecting 3 to 5 inches of rain from tomorrow through Sunday, and it may extend past that. Lots of snow and everything for the ski resorts, but it is a lot of rain that is about to come down on Los Angeles. So I guess I'm going to get that rest because I'm going to just sit on my couch and binge watch TV and DoorDash this thing. I think that's what I am going to do. I have 4 events coming up. I do. I have 4. I have more, but for now, I have 4. And that next up is Rise of the Guardians. That's March 29th and 30th, 2025 in Sedona, Arizona. And then I come back. Then I go back to the Midwest for the Contact Modalities Expo. That is May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, 2025. Delavan, Wisconsin at Delavan Lake. Then I'm back in LA for Contact in the Desert. And that is May 29th through June 2nd in Palm Springs, California. And then right after that, a couple of weeks later, heading south to Peru for the Inca Celebration of the Sun with Brian Forrester. That is June 17th through the 27th, 2025. And it was great. I got to spend the last 4 days with Brian at CLE 2025. So cool. And he's just so great. And it was just, he's such a good friend, but it was really cool to just run around with him for 4 days and he can experience the Conscious Life Expo, which, by the way, I said this on stage last night with Bashar, and it's this. I've done enough of, I've done like 12. And not to take away anything from any other year, because all of them are great. But each year it just seems to get better and better and better and better. And this one, everybody said the same thing that I talked to 1,000 people easily about this. This is probably the best one yet. It was the vibration of the crowd and the audience and the attendees. It was just my vibe, man. Yeah, everybody's mood. It was just so much fun. It was beautiful. It's perfect. I have no idea what the attendance count was. Everybody's coming up and asking me because they were thinking the same thing. This place is packed. I mean, it's packed. How many people are? Everybody wants to know that. Well, what's the head count? I don't know, but there was a lot of people there. It was absolutely magnificent. So that's what we are going to do tonight. It is our annual Conscious Life Expo Recap Special. Okay. Now, I've got images, I've got video, I've got stories to go along with everything. Some of it is really crazy and really fun. And it's all from the biggest conference on the planet. For info on Conscious Life Expo, you can go to consciouslifeexpo.com. The links are below. I believe that there's some video available and so forth. So go and check consciouslifeexpo.com if you want to check out some of the presentations and the events that went on there. Okay. Where do we start? Oh, I want to make sure. Okay, I don't even have the chat room on. But if anybody has any questions about the event or anything like that, post it up in the chat. But if you do that, and I encourage it, just put it in all caps for me. Okay. All right. So with that, hang on. Coffee in my throat, but we're good. We're good. Okay, let's get started. Again, everything is in order. All right. I don't know what's coming up. I just pulled it off, opened up a file, popped it up on the screen. Let's see what's happening. Okay, first image. Okay, yeah, this is from Thursday night. Oh, man, that's a family photograph right there. Okay, so this is kicking off the event. Let's start with the back row. There's Melanie Aguirre, and she's going to be featured here a few times here in the next couple of minutes. Next to her, Brian Forster, there's myself. There is Sherry Wright. That's on the couch in the back. In the front is Doug Wright. There's Katie. There's Emily, Emily Infinity, and Katie's boyfriend, Michael. But what is great about this shot, and then we'll move on because there's other stuff around this shot, is that Brian has a connection to everybody here. I have a connection, but so does Doug and Sherry. It reverses back and connects to everybody here because Brian, Doug, Sherry, and I just got back from Peru together. But myself, Sherry, Doug, and Katie just went to Mexico together. And then myself, Doug, Sherry, and Melanie in the back in the red jacket, Melanie Aguirre, of course, just went to Alaska and Canada together. I mean, how crazy is that? So 1, 2, 3, the six of us combined in the last year and a half have been to like 5 countries together. And that is just absolutely extraordinary. But there's Emily Infinity. She's absolutely amazing. She glows. And that is the kickoff of everything. Now, Melanie, beautiful, beautiful Melanie. She just busted her tail all weekend. She's amazing. Anyway, Melanie at the table here goes, I got you a gift. I was like, what? A gift? And you didn't have to, of course, right? You don't have to. Anyway, she disappears and comes back with this. It does glow. So now here's the thing. I'm holding it up. I have it right here. I'm charging it. Let's see if we can get this thing to light up and glow. Okay, I'm charging it. This is the uke right here, the alien uke. I don't know if it's, oh, it is green. Oh, you can't see it with the lights, but this thing is glowing green. How cool is that? If you look, the bridge is like the mouth and nose. Really cool. And that's from Melanie. And look at that. It is bright green without the light. I can see it, and you can't see it in the light, though. Wow, it's bright green. Look at that. So anyway, thank you, Melanie. Coolest gift ever. And so that's how we kicked off the conference. And Melanie, to do something like that, Melanie gets me. She, you know, she understands and who I am and stuff. And it was just Sherry Wright just texted me. I told you it was dinosaurs. That's another story altogether. Okay, here's another image. This is the crew, the Travel the World Together crew right there. And so cool. Katie, Doug, myself, Melanie, and of course, Sherry. Now, out of this, you would think biggest troublemaker would be me. Not true. Not true. And then probably second up would be Melanie. I mean, Melanie just looks like trouble, right? She's so talented. No, the troublemaker is right here. right there. That's the troublemaker. Every level. That's what to expect, Sherry, right? So there we go. That's night number 1. There we are again. So happy to be sitting, with everybody. Okay. Well, of course, everybody knows who this is, Sarah Breskman Cosme. And again, these are in order off of my phone. So I guess it's Sarah that I ran into next. And yeah, she glows. And she did amazing all weekend long and was constantly running around and doing stuff. And Sarah Breskman Cosme, just so much talent. Big things coming with Sarah in 2025. Yeah, like major. Let's see what. Oh, look. Okay, so everybody, this is Sarah. This popped up. Okay, this was sent to me. I didn't take this picture. So it popped up in order. Like, that's kind of weird because it's just a numbered file. Wow. Okay. But there's Sarah in a session with Masadi. Yeah, man. How cool is that? And this was sent to me and I was like, what? And I spoke to Sarah right after this and she said, he's so good. And he is. Everybody knows that Masadi, the way that he carries himself and speaks, it's a comfort thing with everybody. Feel comfortable. Dewey says, hey, Jimmy, I miss coming to the event, but I know you have some good Linda Moulton Howe stories. I do. And we will get to those. Thank you so much for that, Dewey. And, but yeah, so this popped up. I didn't take this picture, but here's the thing. These are 2 wonderful people and close friends of mine, but they're also extremely talented. Okay. Extremely. And they know what time it is. Okay. So if you are going to do a session with somebody like Masadi's going to do a session with Sarah, you're talking about that world-class talent, right? And it's the same thing with Masadi. He's a world-class talent. So Sarah's going to, and this reads both directions. I was so happy to see this go down. 2 world-class talented people together. This is so cool and really good friends. Okay. And there's another shot of me with the ukulele. So cool. All right. Yeah, there it is. There's Hans Dietrich in the background. He was a guest on the show a couple of weeks ago. And so there's Hans stopping by to say hello. All right. Okay. Let's see what. Okay. So this is Friday night. Somebody sent me this image. It's kind of weird that it's numbered the way that it is because I think we're going to go backwards before we go forwards, but I'm going to do this anyway. Okay. So this is my panel on Friday night. And so on the panel we have, this is the, what did we, Serena called it the mysterious places, I think is what we were talking about tonight. Mysterious places around the world. And so we have Jason Quitt. We have Linda Moulton Howe. We have Brian Forrester. And there I am. Michael Cremo, right? Brian Dragon Arnold, Skinwalker Ranch, Matt LaCroix, and Mike Ricksecker. And that is a world-class A-list panel right there. And it was excellent. And the other part of this, the interaction with everybody, not only with myself, but together, and answering and counterbalancing opinions on different things and locations around the world was so cool. It was so great. And very profound things were said. And it was a full house. It was packed. And for the audience to have this kind of diversity on the crowd, on the panel, where it's not only ages and generational, of course, but it's locations around the world. Everybody had a different site and a different opinion on everything, and it was excellent. So that's the panel. I've got more panel pictures coming up. Let's see what's next. Oh, okay. I guess somebody sent me this. And I don't know who I am listening to, but I am really listening to somebody. On that side of the table, it's probably Matt LaCroix. But there you go. It's either Matt or Mike, because Michael Cremo stopped the house in its tracks. Yeah, he had 3 profound moments where he just took the stage, took the mic, and let it rip. And wow, you know, his book Forbidden Archaeology really changed things, not only in our community but for the rest of the world. And wow. Okay, next. Okay, this is a Merkaba, obviously. Very, very, very powerful tool. Now, we'll come back to that. If you look here and you see my necklace, it is made by the same artist. I'll get to that in a second. And but look at this thing. There is some juice there. More on that in just a bit, and I'll tell you where you can go and look at it and order some stuff for yourself. That'll come up in a bit. Here we go. Now, we have a few key players and producers and stuff that run the show and get it together every single year. Okay. And right here, that's Christine Augustin. And she was on the show a couple of weeks ago. She's amazing. But she goes, Jimmy, look at our new Conscious Life Expo neon sign. I said, it looks like mistletoe to me. Let's go stand under it. Yeah. And we did right there. So there is the extremely lovely and talented Christine Augustin. And this is all at the very beginning of the show. Back here. Now we're back in order. Okay, so here we go. Boom. There's Hans and Brian and myself. Hans, Brian, and myself. Here we are again. Now we're back in order. Again, I want to remind everybody, this is just right off of my phone, but there's Mona. There's Ian. He works with Linda Moulton Howe. And Melanie, Michael, Katie, Doug, Sherry, myself, Brian, and Hans. Okay, I want to get everybody in. All right, here we go. Jason quit. Now, Jason, of course, came in from Canada by way of left Canada and then went to the Gem Show in Phoenix, or is it in Tempe? Tempe or Phoenix, the big Gem Show here in the United States. And then made his way over to the Expo. And so anyway, snap this pic. I don't know if I should go. Okay. I am going to go to the bottom of the chat. There's Moina. Moina, how do you have the time to be here with us tonight? I just hung out with Moina morning, noon, and night for the last 5 days. She was the last person I saw before I left the show last night. And here she is in the chat. Moina, I don't have your gift in here. It's out with everything else. I should have brought it. I didn't bring in any of the gifts. I just brought in the guitar. Moina got me some really cool stuff. She got me a Faraday bag for my phone too, by the way. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to refer to the bottom of the chat. I have parents cover your kids' ears. No, I'm not going to tell you in advance. I'm going to tell you the story. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to tell you the story first. Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm going to tell the story first. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. Executive decision. I'm going to tell you the story first. I introduced Jason Quit. Oh, wait. Before I introduced Jason Quit, I'm walking to introduce Jason Quit. And while I am walking next door, the big room next door to Jason's in the big room, I see, it's a long line of people waiting to get in. And I walked up and I said, so, what's everybody in line for? And somebody says, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't know the name. I didn't know the name of the person and I was like, what? So I kept going and I come up to the sign in front of the door and I see it. I was like, I don't know this person. Then I read what it's about. And the words that stuck out to me, two of them specifically, because they were next to each other: Orgasm Activation. What? All right. So I go in, I introduce Jason. It was great. I leave. I have other stuff to do. So I'm dashing out. I got to go to the other end of the building. I'm doing my thing. 2 hours later, I bump into Jason. Jason says, Jimmy, you're not going to believe what was going on during my talk. And I said, what? He said, a couple of 100 women having orgasms loudly. Oh, that's what was going on. I saw the thing. I talked to the people. I took the picture of the thing. I was like, what's this about? I didn't think it was going to be what I'm about to show you. So Jason, this video, by the way, after you see it, this video, I cannot wait to turn this into a meme because I have it. I'm going to do it. Anyway, he said, I'm sitting there trying to do the presentation and she's right behind me and it's just coming through the wall. And he said, it just turned into comedy. What can we do? We can't do anything about it. I was like, what? Are you okay? All right. Okay. All right. And then he goes, no, man. I asked, I said, did anybody go in there? He goes, no, but I got a video. And I said, dude, so check this out. Are you guys ready? Okay. Kids, leave the room. Here we go. This is the Orgasm Activation presentation. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to go into that. It's not my place. Here we go. Check out homeboy right here. Oh my God. Now, oh, okay. Now, here's the thing. There's a couple of things about this video. You see this guy right here? See that? You see that camera? See that? That's Sid Goldberg. It's my producer, Sid. And so the next day, Sid, he videotaped the whole 90 minutes. So I watched about an hour's worth of this. I was just in shock. Anyway, yeah. Jason took it well. It's worth it for one more time, isn't it? Let's do this one more time. Check him out. Oh my God. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. And so, yeah. And in case you're wondering, so I saw some other video from Sid. And I know exactly what Jason was talking about. Now, I was trying to picture it, didn't get it. But yeah. So I have I can't say it. I was gonna do it. I don't wanna blow the surprise, but it's gonna be a pretty good production. It's gonna be done with Jason's talk, because we have the video of that with this going on in the background. So we're gonna mess around with that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Are you guys okay with that? Are you guys okay? I know you are. Wow, right? Okay. All right. So let me get back to the show. That really happened, and I think that with a lot of people, that's like a deal killer. You're going to be bummed and you're going to be sad and freaked out and what do I do and all of that. No, you know what? Jason's a professional. He rolled with it, and sometimes you just have to you got lemons, you got to make lemonade. And he did just that. And I think everybody there understood what was going on. You can't control it. You can't, you can't control it. All right. Next up, let's see what we got here. GG. All right. There's GG. Shift Happens host, fade or not, for, I don't know how many years, but certainly a dozen. And but there's GG, hung out with GG all weekend, and this is like this is early on the first day of the conference. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think the colors of the shirts. Yeah, green. I changed shirts like 8 times. I'm kind of embarrassed about that, but anyway, green was my Friday morning color, so this is Friday morning. And but there's GG. So great to see him. So talented. Here's the Merkaba again, and I was posing with, I don't know who that is, but she's definitely jumping in the picture. But there you go. Oh, I took a picture with her right after. I can't remember. But anyway, this thing is a work of art. I think it's just crazy. More on that in just a bit. She came up with her husband. He was so nice, and she was great. But anyway, another fade or not. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Look at the detail. Those are all crystals in there, wrapped in gold. Yeah. Lisa Frith. Lisa Frith. There she is. The story now, Lisa's a neighbor, and has been a friend, a dinner companion, a house guest for 12 years. But before that, how we met was she was the first person I saw while getting out of my car at like 4 conferences in a row in different states. And it was like, what? Who are you? And that's how we met. It's like, how can and it took me a couple of these, surprise run-ins, and they were totally random. Well, obviously not random. They should have been random, but it was synchronicity random. By the third time, I'm like, what's your name? What's going on? And it turned out, not only was she a neighbor, but she turned into one of my dearest friends and companions. And we did it again this year. She just walked up outside, random, boom, there's Lisa. Absolutely amazing. I love this woman so much. She is so cool. So there's Lisa Frith. Everybody knows Lisa, but there she is. All right. Now, later on, I'm going to show you a SpaceX video, and you will see in the video those buildings in the background. That's the outside of the Hilton. And so just remember that, because where I'm standing here is where I shot that video with Jason Quitt. All right. Oh, there's Sarah again. All right. See, just peeling them off of my phone. I didn't know we did that, but apparently we did. We took pictures on 2 different days. Okay. Danny Sheehan. What can be said that hasn't already been said about Danny Sheehan? Absolutely incredible mover and shaker, and attorney for the people, and attorney for disclosure, and did some amazing presentations at the conference, not only for me personally and what we were doing, but on other panels, and his post-con presentation, which I sat in on with Brian Forster. It was incredible. So you can go to newparadigminstitute.com and check out all of their work. All right. Danny Sheehan, incredible. Maureen St. Germain, there she is. She's going to be on the show tomorrow night. And every year, Maureen and I keep the tradition going. We take another amazing picture together. And she's the absolute best. But anyway, more about Maureen tomorrow night. Okay, she'll be on with us. Oh, see, I'm telling you, this is just straight off my phone. Okay, so this is Friday morning, and I'm walking through, and there's Bryant. He was the first of the Skinwalker crew to arrive at the conference, and we just literally bumped into each other. He still had his luggage, and he had just walked in, hadn't checked in yet. He had just walked into the hotel, got his credentials, and then was checking into his room. But there he is, Bryant Dragon Arnold. More on Bryant in just a bit. I've got lots of images with him. Again, these are just straight off my phone. Okay, so this is getting set up for my panel. And so first to arrive, Linda Moulton Howe. There's Brian Forrester. There's Serena Wright Taylor in the background on the phone, probably trading stocks or buying Bitcoin, because that's what she does. But there we are, getting ready for the panel. And here we are again, getting ready for the panel. There is Michael Cremo, Linda Moulton Howe, Brian Forrester, and there's Jason Quitt down on the end. And who is that? Oh, there's Brad. Okay, there's Brad Harris, everybody, right there. Fade or not, fade to black staff photographer, and all around good guy, and Formula One race car driver, and a tanning enthusiast from Laguna Beach. Okay, there's Mike Ricksecker, and he just came in. I was just shooting everybody really quick. Matt LaCroix just sat down. He just walked in. There's Matt. There's Michael Cremo. There's Brian, Linda, and Jason. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to get to that next picture in just a second. So that was it. Great panel, great discussion. Everybody came up to me afterwards, and I don't believe that they were blowing smoke. That was one of the best panels ever, but it was because of the contributions with everybody. It was so much fun. This is Rhea. Now, a little bit of context here. I met Rhea in, I'm going to guess here, though. I'm going to guess with this and say 1989, like right in there. And we had a circle of friends. We were very tight, still are to this day. And but Rhea was in the circle. And then, life gets in the way and whatever. And after a few years, I went in another direction and other people went in other directions. And I hadn't seen probably the last time I saw Rhea was around, I'm going to guess, man, say 92, like right in there. And, but anyway, so I come up to my booth. There's a note there. It says, Jimmy, give me a text. Rhea. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I only know one Rhea. Rhea's here? I only know one Rhea. It's got to be her. So I texted her. And what does she do? I didn't know. I haven't seen her since I was 27 years old. Yeah. How crazy is that? He sees my booth, right? And nuts. I mean, the whole thing was just crazy. Anyway, I got to hang out with Rhea all weekend. But this is right after the conference, right after the panel. And you can see who's there. Everybody's there. There's Thomas and Caleb in the background and so forth. Just wrapped. And I'm walking out and there's Rhea. How crazy is that? You got to love that. It's that's that right there. And I've said this is what life is all about. You have friendships and those friendships never go away. You may, life may do this to you, but the friendship doesn't end. And it was just so cool. So cool. And last night, Bashar, she was in the front row. And I was like, wow, so cool. Anyway, that's Rhea, one of my oldest friends. And I got to tell you, Sherry Wright's a troublemaker. Rhea made Trump Sherry Wright. Okay, all right, moving on. What is this? This is the, this is the awards. Yeah, this is the awards. Okay, so was this at the awards? Was this before the awards? We might have been setting up for the awards. Or I thought this was after the panel. I'm so confused. Oh, no, I'm dressed in black. See, you got to know I did a costume change. All right, so now I'm dressed in black. So, yeah, here I'm dressed in black. All right. So I did the costume change. So there you go. All right. So now here we are set up for the awards. We hadn't brought anybody in yet. So I took this selfie of the empty room. And a few minutes after this, we did the award ceremony. There's Mike Ricksecker right before the awards kicked off. There you go. Check it out. Dragon sporting the fade to black shirt now. He's a full fader knot. He is so in. He's so in. There's no turning back. All right. There she is. Britt Elders. And the show I did with her is probably 6 months ago, 8 months ago. She is amazing. There's no question about it. She's done so much. Anyway. Without drawing back into that. Look at her. Beautiful. And if you remember, in that she glows, right? She glows. And if you remember on the show, the way that, her voice and the way that she communicates is, it's, I guess the word is elegant. She's got a way of carrying herself. She's just that way. Anyway, she comes up in the hallway. She's standing there and I turn around. She goes, Jimmy, she flashed me that smile. I go, Britt, oh my, right. So anyway, we took a few pics. All right. I'm going to show them all to you. That's pic number one. That's pretty good. I'm actually glowing here. You can tell I'm turning red a little bit. Anyway, so let me get to this. Here's pick number 2. Looks similar, doesn't it? And here's pick number 3. Bam! That's what I'm talking about. I got to take that pick with Britt Elders. Life is complete. Yeah. Yeah, she's wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's trouble. Okay, so Stephen Bassett, Paul Hynek, myself. I'm not sure who this gentleman is over. I know him. Just right now, brain freezing. But anyway, this is down in the lobby, and right after something, because I'm still dressed in black. I haven't changed. So there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. So this is now the next morning. All right. So this is Saturday morning, by the clothes. It's Saturday morning, getting ready to do the Skinwalker presentation. And did I say Whitmore? I did. I think I did. Winterton. We changed Thomas's name, Caleb and I, to Whitmore over the weekend. There's a joke behind that. Anyway, so there's Bryant Dragon Arnold first, Thomas Winterton, myself, and Caleb Bench on the end. And that was a full 2.5 hours. Full 2.5 hours. Just an open campfire conversation up on stage, and it was absolutely amazing, and a packed house, great crowd. Saturday morning, it was perfect. So these guys are really good with each other. These guys are really good. Yes, they've done so many seasons of the show, and they work together, and they're neighbors. And I think Thomas's sister is married to Caleb, so Caleb's sister-in-law is Thomas's wife. I think that's how I don't know. But anyway, I think that's and so Caleb, he's also security. Thomas is the manager of Skinwalker. But they all, it's a small town, and Caleb lives a block or two away. And so, it's a family thing, and that's all going on. But these guys have all known each other for a long time, and so they get to sit up there. They can read each other. They know how to talk. They know when to interrupt. They can, finish each other's sentences. And it was an amazing, dynamic, effective presentation, and funny too at times, and scary. There's crazy stuff going on at Skinwalker. And but there you go. That's the beginning, right before the presentation. And here's another shot. We have to include Serena, because actually Serena should be in every shot, because this Serena was the producer of the event and set up the Skinwalker shows. Actually, everybody that's been on Faded Black from Skinwalker, Serena did all of that, and she really. Not only was spectacular with putting on this conversation and presentation, but she just wouldn't let it go. I mean, there are times some producers that go, you know what, man, I can't work on this anymore. I don't want to do it. I'm going to change gear. I'm going to do something else. Not Serena. Nope. And it turned out to be so much fun. And it was so great. Everybody just had a great time. So anyway, there's that. Lisa Garr. Yeah, Lisa Garr. Of course, guest host on Coast to Coast, and she has her own radio show produced. She works with Gina Salvati, and but she was, of course, on the George Noory panel, as she should be, and she's just amazing. She's been on Fade to Black, I don't know what, 2-3 times now. And Lisa, before I move on, Lisa out of all of, I'm not taking anything away from any of the other coast to coast hosts, but Lisa's got a way of speaking, of talking directly to the audience. She's got an amazing voice, and you can't see her, you can only hear her. And the way that and I would drive around, she was the only host on Coast to Coast that I would listen to. If I knew she was hosting Coast, I would listen. Yeah. Yep. Lisa Gar, so good, so talented. And the most amazing hair, by the way. There he is. Jake Taryn. Okay. Jake, I met Jake. We were talking. It was so funny. I was with his mom and dad, all weekend. Michael Taryn. Lulu Taryn. And we were talking about this. When did I first meet Jake? And I think it was 2015. So that's 10 years ago. And he's 22 now. Okay, take a good look at Jake. I met him when he was 13. And he was battling cancer. And it was, hey, you're battling it. It was tough. It was tough. And when I met him, he was skin and bones, man. It was a different thing. But anyway, he beat it. Took years. But I've watched him grow into this. It was so funny. His dad came up to me, 10 years ago. Okay, Jimmy, my son's standing over there, and he really wants to meet you, and he's a huge fan, but he's a little shy. I said, that's him over there, and he's standing there. Let's go. And that picture you could find, it's on the net, of me and Jake, and he's a little guy, man, back then. He's a little dude. He's grown up now. He's grown up, and he made it. He made it. There he is. Wow. Jake Taryn. Just amazing. That's a great picture right there. Hey, I got to post both of those side by side. There's Michael Cremo walking through. In the background, that's Doug Taylor. Douglas has been on the show a few times now. Serena's husband, but a very talented artist. Anyway, Michael Cremo walking through. And there you go. Now you can see I've changed my clothes, and I'm now sporting the John Ferris. But there's Michael Cremo. That guy changed the world right there. It's a smart man. Smart man. And, check it out. So this is Rick Allen, the drummer for Def Leppard. And so I got to sit and talk with him for maybe 30 minutes. Totally great. And then, I had to run, but I pulled, this is in the VIP room, and which is amazing. And I'm going to have Rick on the show. There's a reason why he's at the Conscious Life Expo. Okay. So anyway, but David Palmer, the Leo King, he's sitting over in this couch. I go, David, come here. And he gets up and Palmer, come here. He comes over, and I said, this is Rick Allen from Def Leppard. Dude. And so the two of them, now I was sitting talking to her. I just wanted to make the introduction and so forth. That's it. This bro fest between those two. I got up and left. I came back a half hour later for some coffee. They're still there. I go back to my booth. I talked to Brad. I said, hey, man, Rick Allen's in the VIP room behind us. Oh, really? Yeah. He's talking to David Palmer. 15 minutes later, Brad goes in. 15 minutes after that, he comes back. They're still talking. Yeah, man. Rick is cool. Rick is cool. Yeah. So we're going to have him on Fade to Black. More on that in a bit. But that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Rick Allen. There's Caleb. Caleb Bench. And I hung with Caleb all weekend. And Thomas, pretty good people person. Bryant, a pretty good people person. This guy right here, Marine, security, you know, everything that he does. Yes, big dude, obviously. This guy is the gregarious times 10. Yeah, squared. That's all he wants to do. He's out there rubbing elbows and just talking to it was just incredible. Every time I turn around, he's in the crowd somewhere talking to somebody with that smile. Guy was just incredible. You know what? Brian had good stories. Thomas, some good story. Nah, man. Caleb stole the show. Caleb's great. So there he is. Okay. All right. It's a good spot to take a break. So we decided to do a comedy show this year. And we bring in Brent Pella. Now, the conscious bro. And if you're not familiar with Brent Pella, here, I'll type his name in the chat. Hang on for a second. Okay, let's see here. So, Brent Pella. All right, look him up. Check out his special. It's called Conscious Bro. I think the whole thing is on his website or YouTube. It's really good. Anyway, so we bring him in. And as you can see, it was standing room only. This is after the show when we brought the lights on. And we did a Q&A before this was all dark. We have a bar in the back. And it was great. It was great. Like a nightclub. Packed. Anyway, to have a world-class comedian like Brent Pella get up and do a full hour set on the conscious community and UFOs and ayahuasca and everything that man, his tree of life jokes were, oh man. Anyway, everybody got it. It was so fun. The laughter from beginning to end. Brent Pella. Look him up. He's a big dude too. Tall. He doesn't look like it. I've been a fan of his for years. He doesn't look like it. But I walked up to him, said, Brent Jimmy Church, hey man, he is fully engaged in this community. He gets it. Really funny. Anyway, he turns around, he's like Jason Quit Big. And so I'm going to pull up this image. All right. Yeah, he is ripped. He is ripped. Okay, so I need to pull that down. Okay. So I got this from him. I'm going to change cameras. Check this out. It's a lawn sign for your front yard. Psychedelics for politicians. Right? So cool. With that, we'll take a quick break. Tonight is our annual Conscious Life Expo Recap Special. We're about halfway through. We're halfway through the show. We're about halfway through of everything I got to present. So more on that when I come back. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. This is Fade to Black. Stay with me.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get your alerts and access to over 2,000 videos. Click that subscribe button right now.
Go to jimmychurchradio.com and get the Fade to Black official podcast. 2,000 episodes, all of them commercial free for just $2 a month. Watch Into the Vortex on Gaia TV. It's Fade to Black for the screen. Simple to do. Go to Gaia.com, search Jimmy Church, or click on the link below. Follow Fade to Black on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Get all of the show updates every single day. It's now called X, but who cares? How you doing? Jimmy Church here. Special announcement. Get your Fade to Black T-shirts. That's right. Help support the show. Help support everything that we do over here. We've got 2 T-shirts. We've got 2 ways to get them. Get your Fade to Black T-shirt today. Go Beckley Teppy. Go to jimmychurchradio.com and become a Fadernaut. Get a membership. That's right. Everything is commercial free. You have access to downloads, and you get to call yourself a Fadernaut. Today we're headed to Bolivia, Tiwanaku, Peru, and of course, Pumapunku. Brian, exciting. Thank you so much for everything, my friend.
Always an honor. Right behind us is the sacred river of the Inca that goes past Machu Picchu. So we're going to be driving up to its source at 15,000 feet above sea level and then down to Lake Titicaca.
So today we hit 15,000 feet.
Yes.
Crazy. And you can do it with us. All you have to do is go to hiddenincatours.com. Simple. We've got 2 tours coming up next year, one in June for the summer solstice, right? And then another one right here in November. So hiddenincatours.com. Come and hang out with Brian and I and his amazing team.
Right on.
River Moon Coffee, makers of the Fade to Black blend. Truly the best coffee on planet Earth. Just visit rivermoonwellness.com or their Amazon store. It's all simple to do. You can check out the Fade to Black blend, the Game Changer blend, or any of their Black Moon Wellness products. It's the only coffee I drink. It is the best, and it's Doc. Again, rivermoonwellness.com. All right. Welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is our annual Conscious Life Expo Re-Cap Special. I got to get all of that in one. You can go to consciouslifeexpo.com, check everything out. And we do this every year immediately after the conference. So that's what we're doing tonight. And we do it we're kicking off a brand new week here on Fade to Black tonight, and it is a recap special. Images, video, stories. It was a high vibe weekend. It was absolutely incredible. It was perfect front to back, top to bottom. Very compelling presentations, and we're going through all of that. But there was another special moment for me because we just went through the craziest fire season in the history of LA and Southern California. We do it every year, but this year, as everybody knows, was traumatizing for us all. And all of the fire departments here in LA County and around the state had to get pulled in and cover it. And We had Mexico, Canada involved, Oregon, of course, Arizona, just everywhere. We needed all the help we could get. And I'm walking through and I bump into these guys, the Westchester Fire Department, the whole crew. And they were there. It was great. And so I just had to. I thanked them all. These guys right here were on the front lines for 3 weeks, nonstop, probably working 24, 36, 48 hours straight without any sleep. And you saw all the video on TV. Now, these guys were right next to the Palisades fire. So they were knee deep in it. And I got to tell you, you saw the images, you watched the live feeds on the news. They were face to face with it. Okay. These guys right here standing around me. And I thanked them all. And then I said, hey, ever seen any UFOs? You know, because that's where you are right now. We know. And the captain in the background, you see him there in black. He turns to somebody and says a name, and somebody else. So there's one guy that wasn't there for this. That's the UFO dude at the fire station. Yeah. I wish he would have been there. Would have loved to have met him. But anyway, there they are, the Westchester Fire Department right there. And there they are, E95. Very cool. All right. There's Linda. Linda and I have a tradition where we take a picture like this every single year. And I've got, and we do it at every conference, but Conscious Life Expo is special for the two of us. And there we go. There it is. And this is what's, you know, what's crazy about this image? This is straight off my phone. That's it. I don't even know how to use filters. I don't know how you guys do that stuff, or how you, whatever. I don't know, but it's straight off my phone. Look at that. That's straight off my phone. It's not cropped. That's it. That's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely nuts. And it was her birthday. Well, it is every February at the Conscious Life Expo, 83 years old. And I made sure every time I introduced Linda, and I did it, I think 3 times over the weekend, and the entire room said, happy birthday to Linda, 83 years old. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. I can't stress, there is no filter. You got to understand, look at it, no lighting, nothing. That's what she does. She's amazing. All right, Linda. Even I want to look at that again. So cool. All right. Next up, this is the disclosure lunch. Everybody's coming in and sitting down. So I snuck in a selfie. I didn't tell everybody I was doing this, but I have to do this for myself. But if we zoom in here, let's see, who do we have? This couple here, I want to say South America. But anyway, they've been to the last 3 disclosure lunches. There's Jake Taylor sitting right there. There's Sherry and Doug there. Let's see. There's Paul Hynek. There's Brian Forrester. We put everybody at different tables. Back here, there's Bryant. Dragon is there. There's Caleb. And let's see, there's Danny Sheehan right there. This is Linda's table over to that would be to my right. And this is my table over here. Oh, in the back, that's Stephen Bassett's table back there. But anyway, there it is. The disclosure lunch is so cool. So much fun. We had so much fun. There's a selfie of there's Linda. And Yeah. How great is that? I mean, just look at Serena. Look at Serena. This is her event. Oh, there's Chelsea. Okay. So, and everybody, there's my producer right there. That's Michelle. You never see her. She's always behind the scenes getting it done. But there's Michelle. But there's Chelsea. She went to Egypt with me. And so she came up to the expo and got tickets for the lunch. It's very cool. Back here, there's Caleb. There's Dragon. There's Danny Sheehan. He's still eating. He should be. But yeah, so much fun. And next year, you need to not only come to the expo, but come, Fadernauts, come to the disclosure lunch and hang out with it. So much fun. So much fun. And now who was at this table? I can't remember. There should be a name on the middle of the table, but it's gone. Anyway, okay. Yeah. Just incredible. Just incredible. There's Chelsea. Okay, let me back up. Okay, so right here, that's Chelsea. But this is Chelsea. Okay, so was it last year or the year before? I think it was it was the year before. Right. So not last year in Egypt, but the year before that. So Chelsea was there, and Amy and Romeo, who you guys know, they've been on the show, on that tour. Chelsea, and she lives here in California. Chelsea gets it. She gets it. And I ended up, she was there with her boyfriend, but who didn't get it, by the way. He was, he was nice enough to be there and support. But anyway, Chelsea understands this community, and it was an ancient history and everything, and disclosure. And so her and I did a lot of hanging out at Egypt because our personalities meshed. How much so? She's wearing an AC/DC shirt to the Conscious Life Expo. Yeah, way cool. I think she's a nurse. She's a nurse. And she came with her best friend. She called her cousin, turned out to be her best friend, Cheyenne. And Cheyenne came in from Oklahoma. And I didn't know Cheyenne. I met her for the first time. But there she is, taken at the same moment as the photograph. This is Cheyenne. Now, I don't know if it was this night or another night, but we sat out to the wee hours in the morning, the three of us, talking on the patio outside of my room. And Cheyenne, holy crap. Yeah. She's even been to that ranch up in Washington by Mount Adams, whatever that's called. Yeah. Look at her. She glows. We had so much fun. Did some shopping. Yeah, it was great. It was great. There she is. Elizabeth April. Yep, about to fill that room up. That was before we opened the doors. Look at her excitement. So great. Her mom was there, met her. And so deserving. Yeah, it was pretty cool. She was fired up. She's fired up. The show that I did with her, it was earlier this year, was incredible. Elizabeth April she can talk. She is so invested into so many subjects for this community. Yeah, she can go anywhere. So cool. There she is. Kelly Sullivan Walden. There she is. And I don't know how many Fade to Blacks she has done. She's the dream expert. And every time I do a show on dreams, it's always with Kelly. She is amazing. I've known Kelly for a long time, 10 years. And she's one of the best. One of the best. So, but let me tell you about the pug puppy that she's holding. So this puppy was found last week abandoned in a hospital parking lot. Okay. Still doesn't have a name. But the people that rescued said puppy, and we had a name contest over the weekend, and we got it down to 2 or 3 names. So I don't know which one was settled on, but that's not the point. This puppy was full of love and so happy. And so I'm standing there with him, little boy. Man, he was just amazing, by the way. He's just terrorizing my face. Just happy. Just so happy. I don't know what kind of situation he was in when he got rescued, but he's very appreciative. Man, animals just unconditional love, right? So I'm holding the puppy. Up comes Kelly. And I said, okay, here's a good victim. And I handed the puppy to her. And wow. So that's what's going on. It's a lick and kiss fest. And it was crazy. He's just so happy. Anyway, I'm trying to take these pictures. And so check this out. There, he's got her earring. He's pulling her earring out. So there it is. It doesn't. Yeah, wasn't he in Men in Black? Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah, from Men in Black. But look at Kelly. Kelly's amazing. Every picture that her and I take, that's her. She's incredible. She is incredible. So there's Kelly. I've got, with most of the people that are in here, I have probably 10 years of pictures of us. I should do that. I should do a book and have a page with 10 or 12 years of how we've all evolved. She hasn't changed. But anyway, there you go. Kelly Sullivan. There he is. This is Bashar. This is Daryl Inca, I should say. So this is night number 1. We did 2 nights of Bashar. Both sold out. And okay, so I'm going to say this. I've got a lot more to go through here. To have that many people in a room focused on him, that's one thing. And there's that. But what most people don't get is I'm with Daryl for a good hour before he hits the stage, when he is Daryl, before he channels Bashar. And this is Daryl, and we're talking about this and that, or food, clothes, cars, whatever. All right. Family. We had a long conversation last night on our family and kids and stuff. Anyway, so here we are. And I have this very unique position in front of all of those people to be with Daryl and then go, you cool? I'm cool. Let's go. Let's go. And I turn around, hit the stage, and introduce him. And he comes up, sits in that chair, says good evening, and then it's go time. And then he brings in Bashar, and it's another situation. It's incredible to see. That transformation never gets old for me. And this time around, we did 2 shows. So we did one last night. We did one the night before. We did one on Sunday, one on Monday. This is Sunday night. And wow, it was just incredible. It was just incredible. So this is the Sunday night show. And, oh, wait, let me make sure. Got to look at the shirt. Yeah. So, these are in order. What am I saying? So here we are after, and keeping the tradition going, we always take a selfie with everyone. So there you go. Now, I'm going to tell you what's crazy about this pic. You ready? is this right here. See Daryl's head? There's Doug and Sherry right there. There's April. Wow, that's cool. How crazy is that? Look at Doug and Sherry. I have some amazing coffee over here that was gifted to me. That's the owner of the company there. But yeah, I could probably zoom in here and see so many friends. But oh, look, everybody. There's Olivia. I didn't even see this. There's Olivia. Oh. Okay. Well, you got a sneak preview on I didn't even know that was coming up next. There's Olivia right there. Olivia McKenzie. I just gifted her the ring that's on her finger or her thumb. And she loved it. I said, hey, here, take it. It was too big for any of her fingers, but it stayed on her thumb. So, but yeah, there's Olivia. And you hear me talking about you remember the petroglyphs in Laughlin and the videos and everything that was Olivia that shot those videos. You guys know that. Olivia is I didn't notice that. Olivia got in front of the stage and managed to snap that. So cool. Anyway, so that is Sunday night. All right. So the next day, I'm with some people and I put my phone down and I walk away. I didn't look at the images, but I was told about them and I just saw it right now. So I know that's what's coming up. I didn't take this picture. So I walked away. I had to do some stuff. I came back in, grabbed my phone, walked out, and I was with Sarah and some other friends, Brad. I think Gigi was there, Gail Thackeray. And, but so I walk and it's, Sarah comes up. She goes, did you see your phone? I said, what do you mean? You didn't look at your phone yet? I said, no. Oh, okay. So I knew. So anyway, there it is. That's what happens when you leave your phone unlocked, sitting on a table in the restaurant. It's a good picture right there. Sarah, this needs to hit the net. Yeah, these need to hit the net. Oh, Sid Goldberg jumped in. Yeah, there you go. Oh, okay. There's Brad, Gigi. Kids, man, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, okay. All right. Wow, these are in here. I didn't take these pictures. Sydney took, okay, this is with my phone. I didn't know these were in here. All right. I was told the video was, which I haven't seen. This is yesterday. This is Monday. And so I stopped by Gail Thackeray's post-conference get-together. And I was in the back and I watched Gail. Gail's amazing. Everybody knows Gail. She's just absolutely amazing. And her daughter, Sydney's so cool. And so I see Gail take a chair, spin it around. She goes, okay, I need a volunteer to come up and we're going to start doing some activation and some psychic surgery. Jimmy, why don't you come up? I was like, what? All right. Okay. I don't know. I've known Gail for 12 years. She's been on the show many times, but I've never. So anyway, you know what? I'll be a good sport. So I went up and I got me some psychic surgery done. And it was a lot of fun. Yeah, there I am. Oh, man. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this really happened. This is yesterday morning. Yep. Yep. Got a pendulum on my head, man. I didn't even know what she was doing. This is, I think I have a video that'll come up later. So this is last night. This is Rhea again, and she came for Bashar, and I got to take a picture with Daryl and Rhea. Very cool, very special moment. Rhea's the best. Yep. So cool. Oh man, I took a bunch. Okay. All right. This is Team Bashar. That's Desiree, and that's April. Again, this is right off my phone. And I think this is during Bashar. We were working, and I just grabbed this really quick. But there you go. All right. There's Desiree. Oh, I didn't take this picture. Again, somebody grabbing my phone. Oh, I know when this was. She was punching in her new phone number. And then I had to go up on stage. So when I was on stage, I came back and she handed me my phone. See what people do? You give somebody your phone. There you go. All right. So this is after. So you can see Daryl's shirt. This is the next day. Look at that crowd. This is last night before I came home. How cool is that? I mean, these are some places packed too, man. And you're only seeing a part of the room. You're not seeing, this is half of the room because of where we're standing. You're not getting the whole the other half. But anyway, I tried to squeeze everybody in, do what I can. But this is so cool. Just amazing. I don't even know how Daryl is on his feet and speaking clearly right now, because channeling with your eyes closed for 2 hours, deep stuff, taking questions, and it's intense, man. I'm telling you, it's intense. And I'm right there assisting, hosting this event. I'm standing right in front. I see this go down. I'm telling you, it's intense. And he comes right out of it. He doesn't remember anything. How was it, Jimmy? How are you doing? But and then turn around and take this picture really quick. That's great. That's great. Such an honor and a privilege for me to be in this kind of position to do this. Yeah, just nuts. All right, let's see what we have here. Yeah, these are just right off my phone. So here's some more. The lights are changing on stage. What is this? Oh, somebody sent this to me. Okay, so this is out of order. This is off of somebody else's phone. Oh, okay. So let's go back to the Merkaba really quick. And my jewelry here. Okay. So if you want to check this out, let me see here. There it is. ShambalaHealingTools.com. All right. And that is the Buddha that makes this. His name is Maitreya. And there he is. And he makes all of this stuff. And he made my piece. And he made that giant Merkaba. And if you look in the background, there's a pyramid. And there's a bunch of stuff here on this table. His work is just incredible. And he made this, and now I have it. But if you want to check out the work and see everything else, that Merkaba, the big one, is right in front of me. I might have another shot. I haven't, these were sent to me, so I don't know what's here. But yeah. So it's ShambalaHealingTools.com. Yeah, isn't that incredible? It's a beautiful piece, by the way, just a beautiful piece. So there you go. ShambalaHealingTools.com. How do you spell markable? Well, it's not markable. It's Merkaba. Yeah, Jimmy doesn't lock his phone. Yeah, Merkaba. There you go. Yeah, that's it. There you go. You got it. You're good. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, let me pause this. What is this? This is catching me by surprise. Oh, I gotta spin this around. This is sideways. I've got it. I didn't even know this was here. Okay, let me see if I can. Can I spin this? How do you do that? Let me see. No. How do you Oh man, I can't spin this? I don't know. I can do it on my phone. Oh, because this is sideways. This is me introducing George Noory, but it's sideways and it's worthless to you if you can't see it in the right view. Let me see. I can't do it. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. No, that's backwards and forwards. Okay, 30, right. Wow. What's this? No. Wow. I can't spin this. It's really good. Well, it's not, it's not, you don't see Noory. I'm such a dick. That wasn't cool. Anyway. There you go. That's what that is. And then let's see here. It's much better if it's sideways. Oh, I kind of want to watch this again. Look at that guy. He's losing his mind. See, I'm going to say that, you know, this is like almost, except for what the context is here. But if this was like some Southern church, you know, it's like some revival festival in a tent, you are healed, right? That's what you expect. But then you find out what it really is. What if I told you this was, you know, right? It was accept Christ, that this is what's going on. Somebody has just it would make sense. And you would think that's not what this is. It's crazy, man. That's absolutely nuts. I bet Okay, I'll put money on something. Yeah, snake healing. I'll bet money on something. This guy looks like he's about to smoke a cigarette. I'll bet you money he just sat back and popped open a pack. Let that thing. Oh, man. Oh, geez. All right. What's next? Let's see what's next. Okay. I forgot this was in here. See, it's the last thing I shot. All right. Well, you can see what's going on. So last night, Jason quit and I walked outside to get some air right before I introduced Bashar and started that and hosting that event. So Jason quit and I are outside. And I just happened to just look up like this, just look, and there it was, SpaceX launch. And boom. So I'm going to play the video and we can watch this a couple of times. Pretty incredible. It just popped up over the top of the building right in front of us. And look at the things behind it. I don't know what it is. If it's debris off the rocket or what's going on, but they're moving around in the vapor. It's really cool. There's an explanation for it. But anyway, check it out. Watch this. It's just Jason and I happen to look up. See those lights? See how it's moving towards the, look at that. That's crazy. Isn't that nuts? Now, Bill just said this is when Vandenberg launches to the north. This is going south. Vandenberg is about 3 hours north up the coast, and this is way south, and the direction of this is south. So this is a launch to the south, 100%. Vandenberg's way north. The only way this is over us is if it comes south, and it's pointed south. The airport goes east-west, and this is going south past us. But wow, that's what I saw. And now check out, I know it's got to be some kind of debris, I would think, or is it something else that's in the vapor trail? I don't know. Is it parts falling off of the rocket? Is it standard stuff? I've never seen it before. Are they drones videotaping the launch? I don't know, but check it out. See that? Look at that. See how they're and they moved up. They moved back and forth, but they also moved up and down. Yeah, that's crazy. So cool. Now, as it's turning up and pointing away from us, it went out into space fairly quickly. There's one of those white things in the vapor trail back there. But then you can see here, it doesn't go behind the building. It just turns up and disappears. Right there, it's gone. Yeah, that was pretty trippy how it did that. Yeah, it turned and just went into it was crazy. Yeah. So then I go in. What? I go in and I introduce Bashar and I go out on stage. And I said, anybody see the SpaceX launch? And there were a few hands that went up. I said, it's right over the hotel. And there's a lot of people in there. So probably 50 hands went in the air out of everybody that was in there. And I said, so you got to ask yourself. I'm saying, hey, is that Bashar? So I got a good laugh. And so I bring out Daryl. He goes up and he connects with Bashar. And I always get to ask the first question. So I step up and I go, Bashar, good evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to you. Good evening to you. And I said, I got to ask you a question. I said, spaceship just flew over our hotel. And he cuts me off and he goes, it wasn't me. Just like that. Just like that. So there you go. It was a good laugh. But yeah, you know, that was so cool to cap off an amazing weekend like that, to just walk outside with my dear friend Jason Quit, and we get to look up and see that together. It was incredible. It was just absolutely incredible. All right, let's see what I have left here. Okay, is that the last video? Could that be? Let me pull this out here. Let's see if there's anything left. If there's a straggler, let me go. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna pull this up. Okay, I'm not gonna play this whole thing. I don't know what's here. Okay, I don't know what's here, but we'll play some of it. Like I said, so Gail pulls me up and in a chair. I'm sitting in the chair. And her daughter, so I'm going to get some psychic surgery done. But Gail's daughter, Sydney, grabbed my phone and shoots a video. So this is the video. I have not seen, I know what happened, but I just want to make sure that this runs clean. Because, you know, sometimes I say things. Anyway, I don't know how much of the video was here either. Oh, it's 9 minutes long. Oh, we don't have that kind of time. Okay, so I'll just give you a little taste. Now, this is way too long to play for everybody, but so let me summarize before I have to get out of here. No sound? What do you mean? You can't hear Fade to Black radio? Can you hear me now? What? There's no audio on me? Man. No audio on the video or no audio on me? Oh, you hear me, but there's no audio on. I wonder why the audio stopped. I don't know. I can hear it. Okay, so it doesn't matter. All right. So what she was saying then, what I had said to everybody was, I'll translate. What I said to everybody was, Gail and I have known each other for 12 years and we've never done this. It's the first time. And Gail said, that's right. She said, we've never done anything together like this. And so that's the conversation that was going on there. Then I asked her what she was feeling. And she said, and it was like in my stomach area, like you saw where she was, and then something else on the other side of that. And can't see it here. Let me change cameras. Like on my stomach, like something on this side, something on this side. And then she asked me, some people want to leave that there and deal with it other ways, and some people want to have it removed. I said, let's go. She goes, you want me to do it? I said, yeah, man, come on. You're my sister. I trust you. Let's do this. And she removed it. Now and the process of that was very interesting. Yeah. And I mean, and she's doing her thing. So, how do I explain? Okay. So after it was done, this is a long video. It's 9 minutes long. So it took a minute to clear both areas. Psychic surgery. So I'm telling you, so much fun. Anyway, I gotta say, I felt lighter on my feet. Now, I don't care. While I was sitting there, it was like I felt, but it doesn't matter if it's her, if it's me, if it's just in my head. None of that matters. The mind is a powerful thing. And so by having your mind handle the situation, and I felt that's it. And it was pretty cool. Like, dang. I got up after this. I went and sat in the back. I was talking to a lady back there. She goes, listen, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I do this all the time and I'm always better for it. And there you go. You should always work on yourself like this and just be aware of yourself. And she's absolutely right. I got to tell you. Yeah. Felt pretty good. It was so much fun. Okay. I think that's all I have. I think I'm out. Let me close this down. Let me take another look here. And let me go to the end. Yeah, that's it. That's everything on my phone. Yeah, that's it. That's everything on my phone. So let's see. I want to remind everybody what is going on. We only have 3 shows this week. So tomorrow night is Maureen St. Germain. And then Thursday night, Lori Majka is with us. That is going to be so much fun. And that'll wrap up the week. And then I finally get into the weekend. What I was going to say, Monday, a very special show here live in the studio. Jerry Sargent. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. So Jerry is coming up to hang out live in the studio, and that is going down Monday. My goal this week, nice smooth week. Tomorrow night, Maureen St. Germain, Shifting Your Vibration. Thursday night, Lori Matchka here for our Valentine's special, because Friday's Valentine's Day, and it's going to be raining. I just want to get to Friday so I can get caught up on rest and sleep and everything else in my life. So I really need this weekend to recharge those batteries. And there you go. It's going to be raining here. So with that, I want to have everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe, have fun, all of that stuff. And I will see everybody here tomorrow night with, right here, Maureen St. Germain. But for now, all I've got is Go Back Lee Tappy. Fade to Black is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee Newman, and Michelle Freed. Special thanks to Bill, John, Dex, Jessica, Dennis, and Kevin. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music by Doug Aldrich. Intro, Space Boy. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network. This broadcast is owned and copyrighted 2024 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Go Back Lee Tappy.